What have I got myself into? Jesus Christ. Oh, brother. Righto everyone, just embarking on another trip. Trip is planned at the moment to be from here to Milan is what I'm thinking of, about 700 odd miles. I've got 3 weeks, so I think that's a reasonable distance. Hello. Hello. Oh, are you? Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's lovely, isn't it?
Ed Mills on YouTube.
Ed Pratt? Is it Ed Pratt? Yeah, the guy near. Yeah.
And I've just.
Merci. Au revoir. It's nice, got a lovely red line to follow.
Red line
goes into the bollard. I'll be booking a ticket with the FDS. Yeah, thank you. Just in there, mate. Yeah. You're right. There you go. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Are you going to make it up the hill? Huh? Well, if you flip-flops, you never know. The opportunities are endless. It's weird though, isn't it? The first time you cycle onto a ferry. Yeah. I feel like this little ant that's gone out for the day. Deck 4.
red stairs.
Deck 4. Was that your parents getting that to you? Remember the stairs? Remember the stairs? How you doing? You alright?
Restaurant down there, shop, bar, cafe.
Lovely restaurant. That's amazing.
Or you got pizza upstairs.
Oh wow, okay. Cheers, buddy. You can just jump straight on, can't you? Which is really nice. I think we're allowed to cycle down here, aren't we? Oh yeah, no, we're not.
Right down this hill.
The only hill you're going to have for the rest of the day, I think, isn't it, on your trip?
No, I'm going up 80 meters.
Oh. Alright guys, just on the road. Say goodbye to Max. It was nice to meet him. He was on his first ever trip abroad on a bike, so it sounds really cool. He was appreciated the company, because it's quite terrifying when you first go abroad, especially on a ferry and stuff. So it's nice to have his company on the ferry. So I'm heading southerly towards Lille. I'm not staying in Lille tonight. I will be about halfway to Lille today. About 30 miles so from the port, so not too bad. So I'm going to just crack on and do a little bit of cycling. Nice flat lands through, which is a massive difference compared to last year in the first bit. So a little bit of a headwind, but nothing serious. Bonjour. Au revoir. Oh, we have a sore bum in the morning. Good morning, day 2 now. Just cycling through Lille and just going beyond somewhere. I'm not too sure yet. I haven't got a set destination, so I'll put it at the bottom. You'll know where I'm going. And this lovely little downhill section just coming out of the campsite. It's quite a bit of a climb into the campsite yesterday, so it's quite nice going downhill, but it was a little bit of a steep ascent leaving. I was like, oh, this is a bit of a shock. And you always feel quite sore on the second and third day, I find, when you go when you go away. Merci monsieur. Merci madame. Bonne journée. I always find it fascinating when you leave the cities or towns and it just goes back to countryside. All peaceful again, less traffic lights. Oh, sorry. Wrong side of the road. Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour.
Wouldn't be riding at night time without your lights on. This road needs a bit of love, man. Right everyone, just stops at this little closed cafe bit. I think it's alright where I am, just sitting in a chair enjoying the shade, having a bit of a break. Oh, feeling a bit stiff today. It's going well so far though, just slowly plodding my way along. I'm about 26 miles out of the 45 today, so 19 left, so not too bad. I think there's a spot at the campsite coming up. It's a municipal campsite. If you don't know what they are, they're the government funded ones, so they're pretty cheap compared to other ones usually. But the lady understandably didn't speak any English. I think I communicated to her in French that I wanted to stay tonight, so we'll find out when I get there. Shirt and a puncture repair kit. All good. Nice one. Good morning. I've just transferred some files just from the computer. Obviously can't record that at the same time because the SD card's not in the camera. Just about to pack up. I'm heading over to Charleville. There's something, I'll put it in the bottom. Been there before, so it should be a decent-ish ride. Going into Belgium temporarily, which is always a bit of fun, isn't it? Just to go across a border. And just like that, back out of Belgium. Right guys, so at the end of the long climb per se, it's been a gradual ascent pretty much all day today, and it's been tough. I mean, the Ardennes are very pretty. If you're ever over this way, they're worth seeing. They're just tough for cycling because it's just continuous rolling hills. You're pretty much always going up or down, and the downs don't seem to last long enough. So I don't know if you can hear that the mother of all storms just came through. Woke up, never heard lightning so loud and so frequent before. Hello, hello. Just in the tent. I'm just sorting a few things out. I'm just about to go for a little bit of a walk. Spent most of the morning just editing up the videos so far, looking actually pretty good. A couple of little bits and bobs I'll change. I think I need to get a little bit more sort of drone footage and sort of shots of the tripod and stuff, but nothing major. On the whole, I think it's coming out quite well. I definitely think the new mount I have on the chest works quite well. On top of that mic cover seems to be working on my camera. There barely seems to be any wind noise at any points, which makes it a lot more pleasant to listen to. Nice to relax today. I definitely feel like I need it. My legs are feeling like they're recovering very slowly. Good morning, next day now, just ready, packed up, ready to go. I've done some adjustments to the bikes. I've had some pretty bad saddle sores yesterday. Without going into too much detail, it's really difficult to walk, and it was just a certain point where it was hurting, and I feel that's because my saddle, maybe, I'll find out in a minute, was too far back, and also my handlebars were a bit too low, like they're angled flat, so I've angled them up a little bit because I can't raise them anymore because they're at their maximum height anyway. So hopefully that just gets rid of that pressure point. I just think it's just cutting off a bit of blood flow to a certain point. It's nice and flat at the minute, just cruising along, which is lovely. I feel like this position is better, maybe not perfect yet, but better than the one before. I'm actually sitting on my sit bones rather than somewhere completely wrong, which has caused pain. Wow. Oh, mate. Bloody beautiful, that is. Bonjour. That'll do. about a mile and a bit away. Oh, lightning terrifies me. Especially when you're on a bike in the middle of a bloody road. You don't know where to hide, really. Got to keep going. Crap in my pants. Absolutely crap in my pants. Jesus Christ! I should have stayed at the earlier campsite. Jesus Christ, brother! Don't think I'm going to cook anything tonight. Got a sneaky suspicion I'm not going to be able to cook something. Oh, I think this is it. I think I'm there. I can't see. It's somewhere here. Oh dear. Right, I'm going to go through. Hope for the best. Morning. Survived the night. Still quite overcast. It's meant to apparently have another sort of shower thunderstormy thing in about a couple of hours, so I'm going to try and find some shelter then. Just going to go to the bakery up the road. Everything's pretty wet. A lot of the clothes at the bottom of one of the pannier bags got quite wet because I waded through a puddle that was the depth of the bottom of the pannier, but it's alright, it's fine. Most of the stuff I've got in dry bags and that's all fine. Done. Slowly getting there. As you can see, it's just tipped it down. And thankfully I was in the supermarket. Currently cycling through Verdun. I just want to find a bike shop because the two bolts of my kickstand have bent. So they only basically they can only go in so far until I've thread them and damage the whole bike. So I'm going to find a little bike shop, see if they can replace those bolts for me, which would be amazing if they can. So apparently this shop's shut for a week, which is brilliant. Bike's all sorted thanks to these guys. They done a massive help, just replaced the bolts, said it's got a lot of the weight's a problem. I also think it's at quite a steep angle. I don't know, I'll look into it. There might be some stronger bolts I can get when I get back that won't bend, but they've replaced the ones in there. Just coming up to the campsite, just around the corner. Much better circumstances than yesterday. I'm happy I kept going. It was quite a nice cycle, to be honest, quite flat. But let's go and check in and find where I'm meant to go. Hello there everyone, just leaving the campsite. Really nice day last night. So I really large ground this campsite's put on, so it's quite quiet and spread out. Slept till about 8 a.m. last night, which was really nice. So it's about 10:30 now. I've taken a bit of a leisurely sort of morning. It's only 40 miles I'm thinking of doing today, going towards Nancy. I'm not staying in Nancy, the only campsite funny enough, there's two technically. There's only one, but there's two on the Google Maps, and basically just someone's a running joke made a campsite on Google Maps, and it's basically a meeting place for homeless people. So I don't know who thought that'd be funny, probably some teenagers. And there's another one, I read the reviews and they said about, you know, there being human poo in the showers. So there's a nicer campsite out in the countryside about 4 miles away from the city. Nice little ride. It's a bit flatter. Going along the Meuse again. This path won't last too long, I don't think. I think it disappears again in a couple of miles. So I thought I'll just enjoy sitting in the shade for a little bit. Bonjour. Bonjour. Merci monsieur. Bonne journée.
Merci à vous aussi.
Thought I'd talk while I'm cycling along here. I had a really nice night last night. I bumped into a French guy who's walking from Paris to Strasbourg, which I think is really cool. Taking a month to walk across basically half the length of France, or at least half a good portion of the width of France. It was just nice to sit there and have a chat. It's funny when you have similar moments, like we both were in the same thunderstorm. The one when I was in Charleville, where it was flashing every few seconds. He went, I was very scared. I was like, so was I. Right, just about to leave. I was going to stay for the day, but realised that probably isn't the best idea considering there's thunderstorms in about 4 days' time. So I'm going to just try and utilise the good weather. I think this summarises the climb into the campsite yesterday. Enough to finish one off. coming up to climb to get up and over this national park area, basically where all the sources of the rivers are and stuff like that. It's about, I think it's about a 700-foot climb, so not massive, but after a day of riding it always hurts. Donkey. It's at the source of the Mosel. Got a family have come to have a look as well. Good reason to stop. Got about 150 feet left. Whoa. It's quite cool though to be at the source of a river. I'm going to take a minute. I am sweating terribly. I'll chat to you in a minute. Nearly 2,400 feet of elevation total. Not bad. Not bad. This is when it notifies you. Ready for it? Ready? Anytime now. Climbing done. Hey! Bloody made it. Ah, downhill now. Oh, thank God. Down we go, down we go. It's like entering an air-conditioned room. Oh, this is beautiful. Just about to leave this lovely campsite. Really nice day, really pretty. About 89% of people here are paragliders. It's quite funny. Everyone I asked, I said, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know, where are you going? And I said, oh, we're paragliding. It's like, oh, okay. And that happened on several occasions. So going towards Basel today, which would be really nice. So just going to take a slow ride down towards Basel. It should be a nice ride. It's about 53 miles or 80-ish kilometers. It's a bit warm today, 35 degrees. Got a couple more days of sun. I've booked my flights. I've committed now to going to Milan. I think I'm going to take a more direct route through Switzerland. It's just more sensible with the weather that's coming through. It's going to be a couple of days where I just can't cycle. It won't be safe to. Just like that, we're in the flatlands again. Well everyone, making good distance. Haven't really spoke much today, it's been on a bit of a mission. I'm on 41.4 miles, I've got about 11 left, 12 left, so not too bad. Gonna keep cracking on. It's nice, at least it's nice and flat. It hasn't been too tough in terms of cycling. It's just warm today. It's about 35 degrees, so it's feeling a little bit hot. On my last litre of water, should be enough for the rest of the ride anyway. So I'll chat to you in a bit. I'm in Switzerland. Ah. Wow, made it. how to get to the campsite, which is still 8 miles away. So just going through Basel, really pretty looking little place. Just going to be in Switzerland for a little bit, then I'm going to leave for a little bit, and then going to come back in again. So should be interesting. Now in the Deutschland.